TV. Tech support. Geo. It's G Nation representing G-O-D, man.
This is an exclusive. How you like that?
This G Nation Radio. You ready to roll into the next hour? We appreciate y'all for hanging in there with us. We're going to keep on doing what we're doing. You know, Tech, go ahead and shout out the women, man. I know there's a lot of them out there. We want to make sure we shout them out.
Man, being at our church, I just got to shout out all the mother figures that we have here and in our families. Shout out to Mama Burns and Miss Sharon. I want to start naming people. I'm gonna forget somebody. And all of our moms in this room, you know,
somebody about to get their feelings hurt.
But y'all know we can go to each other's parents, and you know they show the same love. I mean, like even CB mom called me son, so you know.
I know, Ratchet.
And I can go.
Wow. I'm my only son. Stay that way. Nah, but you right, man. We all do, man. We all go to each other's mom. Like T.O. mom is like my second mom, and Tech's mom, man, she'll feed you when you come in the house. She hugged me, and I'm like, wow, thanks. You're such a little woman, you know. but I got a scripture right here that we're gonna lead into the next topic, man. It's coming from Jeremiah, chapter 1, verse 5. Before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee. And before thou camest forth out the womb, I sanctified thee and ordained thee a prophet unto the nations. So this is talking about before you was even thought of by your parents, God had a plan for you.
Oh yeah.
And so this slides into the topic of abortion, where we talking about the real family, the Miss Parker, the divine family, but we also have to address the single parent homes too, and we also have to address the choices that women have to make at a young age or a quote accident, where they have to make the decision: do I want to keep this child or do I not? And that brings in a touchy topic of abortion. Yeah. I'm gonna kick it off with Barz and get your perspective of abortion, and let's keep mindful, touchy, keep the love going. Go ahead.
I want to touch on the song that we listened to a minute ago, "Don't Go" by R. Swift, and that was a part in that song. I'm kind of paraphrasing here, where he says, and he's talking from the perspective of a child
in the womb.
And he says, you're thinking my mama's gonna kill me, but I'm in your womb thinking the same thing. Woo. Wow. That's powerful.
But boy, when I played you the record and that part went over, I looked at your face and you had that front like ooh, that was a real talk.
Ooh, yeah, that one hit, boy. I mean, because I never thought about it like that. And you know, we look at, you know, babies in the womb as far as not being able, you know, maybe not as far as intellectually up to par, or not being able. How do we know babies in the womb don't think like that? I mean, how do we know that?
Jesus danced in the womb. Yeah, he did. Remember, he came in the room, and who was the other chick that was pregnant? John Mama. He came in the room, and they motherfuckers started bucking like, oh snap, something in the room. Like, so they recognize the power in themselves before we even think about it. You know?
Elizabeth, there you go.
Elizabeth, yeah, I'm glad we got some Bible scholars in here, because our show is gonna keep on pushing.
Keep it moving.
Yeah, but Tech, Tio, how y'all feel about it? Like your perspective on abortion and just giving some encouragement to the women and to the fathers who are making these decisions.
That verse, Jeremiah 1:5, says it all. Because I always tell like girls to get pregnant well, like that, you know, that it wasn't planned. I say you'll never know what you have inside your womb. You got the next evangelist, the next doctor, the next guy that's gonna cure cancer or disease, or the next person that just gonna bring 1,000 millions of souls to Christ.
Next Obama,
the next
Stedman, the next Medea Perry.
Stedman
is the smartest businessman this side of the Mississippi. I don't know none of y'all.
But he right though. He right. Think about it. Think about it. Just think about it.
I'm just saying.
Just think about it. Think about it.
Go ahead, Tech.
I'm just saying that. I mean, that you never know what that child. I always pray that God gives that woman the strength to carry that baby. That's what I pray for.
Yeah, man. Tio, how you feel about the situation, man?
I feel like Tech feel over here like, you know, it's not the baby's fault what happened. Is what y'all did was, you know, out of wedlock was the sin. The baby's a blessing. Mm-hmm. You gotta realize that before you walk into the place. Like he was saying, you say you never know what this baby's gonna grow up to be like.
Yeah.
You look back at Jesus' lineage.
Oh yeah. Jesus has
jacked up now.
Jesus had some rough people.
But a lot of women hear you say that, they're like, I feel you. You don't understand though. You telling me this is blessing, but I'm the one got to deal with this.
Yeah,
You know, they
yeah.
and they don't
You're
see
right.
it from that perspective. But we just have to continue to be loving and nurturing, and we can't just cast them away.
Hey,
Yeah.
especially the ones that know that the daddy's not gonna be there. Like, look,
Oh,
I know
man.
this was like a one night stand, so you know he was like,
Yeah.
I don't know you.
You get that call and then like I'm late, and they be and the dude be like, oh, late for what? and then the dude be like, I ain't mine. But we just have to be loving and nurturing.
Hit it
And matter
on
of
that
fact,
baby
we're gonna
daddy
get into a little song right here that's gonna kind of give you an idea of how this all can kind of transpire as we lead into other topics. We're gonna have "Homecoming" by Derek Minor featuring Isaac Caree. Mr. Clean This. Thank you. I knew Ted was gonna fall in. This is G Nation Radio. We coming back at you.
Katie, hurry up. We're gonna be late. Okay, just a second. God, I'm thankful for a relationship, and this crown doesn't mean a thing. I thank you for all you have in store for me, and I pray that I will be forever used for your glory. I'll love you always. Amen.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing your Minorville homecoming queen, Miss Catherine and Helen.
She has a life so beautiful. Christian down to the cuticle. You know the type of girl everybody sorta know. With big dreams, opportunity, and plenty hope. Great family, the type to take a stranger in. Her and mom get pedicures, they like best of friends. Dad says she can finally date when the year begins. Starting quarterback, make sure you back before 10. Cutest couple that you will ever see after dating for months. They bought each other promise rings. It's the summer and the time you see the love grows. So they both decide to see how far the love goes and take it to a place reserved for only married folks. After it happened, that place again, they said they never go. They did, so much for being celibate. 7 weeks later, she find out that she pregnant. Man got a scholarship, he don't wanna ruin it. This my senior year in marriage, I am not pursuing it. So they break up right before the baby's born. She drop out of school and leave the house, it's time to move on. Waiting tables for years just to pay the rent. Everything was cool till the baby father walks in. Lost a job that day cause of an argument. I don't see you in years and you act like I don't exist. Never met your daughter, you a deadbeat father. I'm glad you injured your leg and your career ain't go farther. She threw a glass at him, just laughed at her. Making a scene so the co-workers grabbed her. Kicked off the premises, escorted by the manager. What I'ma do now, we already were barely managing. Headed home, she heard a party next door. It's her homegirl Teresa, she said, what you sad for? I got fired, hold up, say no more. Snort a line of this, it'll lift you off the floor. And she did, hit after hit, month after month, year after year. That meth got her sprung and she be gone for days. She don't even look the same, I don't think her daughter's safe.
They took my kid. Mom and dad came and got her through child services. What do they expect? Had a baby at 18. My baby daddy left me. This the only time I'm free. I was homecoming queen. Now I'm queen of the lean. They say that I'm a dope fiend. I see demons in my dreams. Do whatever for this hostage with whoever if they buy. I can never kick this habit. There's no point to even try.
All the sale I've been through, there's no way there's a guy. If there is, then he hates me. Why am I alive? I just wanna go home for this decade out and cry. But I done so much wrong, feel like I deserve to die. They say, Jesus, you can fix it. My home is a child, and that I can be forgiven of my sins right now. But if I can be forgiven of my sins right now, I give it all to you. I need you here right now. Hops in the car, puts the pedal to the floor. Drive to her parents' house, the daughter answers the door. She tells her baby, I'm sorry, I wish that I could be more. With your love, I promise things will be different than before. So will you forgive me? I know I don't deserve it, but please forgive me. Welcome home. Let the drummers play and the trumpets blow. Welcome home. We prayed for you for so long. So long. Welcome home.
give in. No, I'm not gonna turn around. I know I'll win if I don't give up now. I am waiting for my change to come, and I know he will come through.
And this is how I'm so sure.
If he did it before, he'd do it again. Same God right now. Same God back then.
If he did it before,
If he did it before,
yeah.
he'd do it again. Yeah. Same God right now.
He is the,
Same God back then.
yeah. Here we go. I've got power.
I've got
Yeah.
power. I know I will overcome.
Hey.
Greater
Greater.
sin there. The fight ain't fair 'cause I already won. And yes,
I made four.
made fall. When you knock down to the ground, I know I'll rise up.
This is how I'm so sure.
If he did it before,
Let's go.
he'd do it again.
Same God right now.
Same God right now.
Where you at? Come on.
Same God back then.
If he did it before,
He did it before. He'd do it again.
he's the same God, y'all.
Same God right now. Same God back then.
Come on, let's talk to him. Please be.
Please be encouraged. This is not the first storm you've been through. You've been through worse. You didn't come this far just to lose.
He knows.
He knows. No need to take no thought for what you lost.
God will.
God will restore.
And this is how I'm so sure.
If he did it before, he can do it again.
Same God right now.
Same God right now.
Where you at, LA?
Same God back then.
If he did it before,
If he did it before, he can do it again.
same God right now.
Same God right now.
Say he is.
He is the same God right now.
He is.
He is.
He is.
He is the same God right now.
Over here, say he is.
He is the same God right now.
Somebody scream. He's the same God, y'all. If he brought you out before, he can bring you out again. If he healed you before, he'll heal you again. Woo! The problems may change, situations may change, but you know you gonna make it. 'Cause if he did it before, yes, sir. Hey, same God right now.
God right now.
Hallelujah.
Same God back then.
If he did it before,
If he did it before, he can do it again.
You say you trust me, but I always see you worry. Haven't I held it down, at your back, got your back? You say you trust me, but I always see you worry. Haven't I held it down, at your back, got your back?
Loving you's never been an issue for me. Looking back, never thought I would see these issues coming. Nah, and though that love hasn't changed any, I no longer see my cup half full but half empty. Know what happens to a man when a woman that he's feeling isn't with him, when it's not cracking with his plans. And I'm knowing it's rocky now, but calm down. The truth is I always have held a job down. I understand that you worry, but I do need you to be my helpmeet and just allow me to lead you. And since the baby, the new addition is fan the flame. But everybody has sunny days when we stand the rain. I know we will, I got your back and I give you my last. But it's a must, we see as grace instead of the bad. But I often sit and wonder what happened to us. And after wondering, I think what we're lacking is trust.
Trust me, but I always see you worry. Haven't I held it down, at your back, got your back? You say you trust me, but I always see you worry. Haven't I held it down, at your back, got your back?
Loving you's never been an issue for me. I'm looking back
never thought I would see these issues coming. And though the love hasn't changed any, I no longer see my cup half full, but half empty. I feel underappreciated, and right at the core, it's like my role isn't as important compared to yours. And you say I'm doing nothing, but be real now. I'm always at the crib, just holding the house and kids down. And I don't mind it being rocky, would you please see? I just need you explaining things as you lead me. This is postpartum depression, I'm not wildin' out. You know I'd be right behind you, baby, without a doubt. I know we'll make it, but I need you to know that I'm here. And I ain't giving up, cause I shed a couple of tears. But I often sit and wonder what happened to us. And after wondering, I think what we're lacking is trust.
Trust me, but I always see you worry. Haven't I held it down, at your back, got your back. You say you trust me, but I always see you worry. Haven't I held it down, at your back, got your back.
I am love, so loving you ain't an issue for me. Look at my son and point out a better picture to me. You know my heart, but I can show you it real simply. All you must do is look at the tomb still empty. You have faith in me to save and embrace you as heirs. But where's your faith in me in all of your daily affairs? And I'm knowing you're having a rocky time now, but I'm the sovereign God who speaks and waves calm down. So why not trust in me? In fact, I deserve it. See, there's a purpose, cause your faith in me's an act of worship. So be anxious for nothing and cast on me your weary. My yoke is easy, cause your burden I'm willing to carry. Consider the grass here today and then mowed down, but clove down, so you are certainly hold down. And I never need to wonder what happens with us. I know it all, so I know what you're lacking is trust.
You trust me, but I always see you worry. Haven't I held it down, at your back, got your back. You say you trust me, but I always see you worry. Haven't I held it down, at your back, got your back. Got your back. Got your back. Got your back.
You're listening to G Nation. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and subscribe to us on YouTube at G Nation Radio. Let us know what we're talking about. Real family. And tell us if you spot P-Rock, tell us where you at, because we don't know right now.
Wow. Man, see what family do to you?
Yeah,
Shots fired.
Shots fired. Sorry, P-Rock, you know that later.
Take it, tech.
We about ready for our tech tip.
Something wrong with your computer, laptop, iPad? Time now for a tech tip with tech support.
Did you wait in line or camp out on Black Friday and still not get that TV or gaming system at a crazy low price?
What?
It's okay, don't worry. The deals are not over yet. So, you may wonder what I'm talking about. Many of you may already know. I'm talking about Cyber Monday.
What?
Cyber Monday. And the good thing about this, you don't have to leave your house, or you don't have to fight with people, or you don't have to worry about that thing running out, because you're sitting in front of your computer. So here's a little tips on that. This is what you can do. You can visit your favorite retail websites to see their Cyber Monday deals that they have going on. You know, such as Best Buy. Who else we got? Walmart, Kmart, Target. Go to their sites and see what their Cyber Monday deals are. Or you can visit the online merchants only with your eBays, your No-Racks, and your Amazons. And Amazon is nice because they have these lightning deals where they take place at certain hours. So if you catch it, you can get something at a really, really cheap price. And if you're not sure where to start, visit www.cybermonday.com. Now, this is a good source for Cyber Monday deals, and it has over 700 retail stores.
What?
So you can shop by store, or you can shop by category. So if you like them on Facebook, or if you follow them on Twitter, they'll send you deals throughout the day on Cyber Monday.
That's what's up.
That's what's up, and that has been your tech tip.
Wow. Well, we appreciate it. Shout out to all the Geek Squad members and the Poindexes out there. We know y'all appreciate all that.
Boy, you reached back to 1984 for that one.
Talking about shopping.
But Barz, go ahead, dog.
Man, it's a few people that really need to hear your tech tip, because I was watching CNN this morning, and it was people at a Best Buy that have been there since this past Wednesday.
Stop talking about my sister, man. Stop talking about my sister, man. She was there. She texts me.
Hey, I'm sorry to hear that.
Well, you should have gave her the tech tip.
They ain't Best Buy. They outside of Shoe Dazzle.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Shots fired.
Shots fired, yeah.
We're talking about my wife.
Yeah, you talking about your wife, man. Yeah, they're talking about the real family. You better defend your wife. I'll sleep on that cold couch. Hope it ain't leather. Be stuck to this mug in the morning.
Yeah.
Okay, but we're going to ride on away from the tech tip. Appreciate that tip for you. And now we're going to go into a topic that seems to be, it affects the family in a major way. And it's verbal and substance abuse. It's something that has destroyed many families and has done a lot of damage to neighborhoods, communities, and all things. Barz, you got anything you want to interject there about this particular topic?
Well, with the verbal abuse, being a father myself, I have to be very mindful of what I say to my children and how. Especially, they 6 and 3 years old, so they in that very important stage where they're learning how to communicate.
Oh yeah.
So that's my responsibility. If I don't communicate to them the right way, they won't communicate to other people.
And you can tell who communicate with their kids and how they do. Cause if you go to a kid and all they know is Kevin Hart, then we know what they see all the time. Or you go to a kid and they're saying stuff like, "Today's a beautiful day and awesome," and all that kind of stuff. They're watching Disney. You know what I'm saying? To let you know what they're doing. And it's really important
Paw Patrol in the building.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's really important how you address your kids, even in their adolescent years as well. So it's just the way we do. T.O., y'all got anything you want to interject in the whole verbal assault part of this conversation?
Yeah, like Barz has said, you gotta be careful because they take recorders too, boy. Mm-hmm. Anything you say, they wind up taking it to school and saying it, and that teacher's calling you up.
And we live in a social media age, so what you say can just get put out there in the air.
Oh yeah,
that quick in a snap.
Yeah. And man, and we're gonna come back in. We're gonna continue talking about the verbal abuse, and we're gonna also talk about substance abuse and how it affected the families. We're gonna be right back. This is G Nation. G Nation.
Man, growing up, walking to school in the morning, I used to see these dudes out selling dope, and I used to look at them the same way I looked at the dudes they were selling the dope to. I could never quite figure out which one was the fiend.
I was a terror since the public school era, consumed with thoughts of cheddar, ends with the leather. Teachers changed my name, start calling me 6 letter. I said if you were beside me, it would sound a little better. Chick, flip a brick, whip your wrist like this. Turn around and get rich, that was the way to get couple $1,000 real quick. Buy some fresh new airs and a couple outfits. Got the small gold chain, but it's nothing on my wrist. 40 cal on my hip, you don't wanna get hit. You don't try the young guy with a very tight grip and loose screws that got something to prove and a couple rounds to spit with. Life and death, he feels there's nothing to choose. He views them one and the same. Have you ever seen the veins of a fiend with gold in the syringe in the dirt all day, scared to get clean? And now I'm looking at my life through the eyes of my fears, but I don't see danger. I'm looking at my wife and her eyes full of tears, told me she sees stranger. Hey, oh baby, I'm a fiend, can't help it. Hey, oh baby, I'm a fiend, so selfish. Yeah, baby, I'm a fiend, can't help it. Hey, oh baby, whether give or take, at the end of the day, I'm just a fiend. I'm here before the sunrise. Been 10 years and I can't look at my son's eyes. I was scared, so after hearing my son's cries, I left his mother with no note. She feeds my son lies. Your daddy died in Iraq while serving our country, and he's never coming back. Cause it would be kinda awkward if he stuck to the facts. Your daddy's absent cause your daddy's on crack. I'm glad I ain't around to see how he would react. I don't even have the nerve. Wait, I got another urge. See, I ain't even got the word. For me to quit now, that would be absurd. I can't see clear, so the lines is blurred. Life looks looks like death and death looks like life. When I get this low, that's when the higher curve. I'm a fiend, I can't help it. Life, I can't take it. Death, I can't cheat it. This pain, I can't fake it. I tried at times, I'm so high, I can't make it. Back to ground zero, my soul has been taken. Innocent and naked, it's how I entered earth. The great birth to this nightmare was awakened. So now my goal's to find me a tomb that reads vacant and spend my forever. Take my life as payment.
Take my life as payment.
And now I'm looking at my life through the eyes of my fears, but I don't see danger. I'm looking at my wife and her eyes full of tears told me she sees stranger. Hey, oh baby, I'm a fiend, can't help it. Hey, oh baby, I'm a fiend, so selfish. Yeah, yeah, baby, I'm a fiend, can't help it. Hey, oh baby, whether give or take, at the end of the day, I'm just a fiend.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce to you right now, young Donovan. He's 11. The problem we're facing right now is we're losing our children. Fathers, we need you. Can you feel me?
It takes a whole nation to help me raise this generation. When you look out of the window, tell me what do you see? If it's a world without a father, no one looking at me. It takes a whole nation to help me raise this generation. My respect to the mothers that be holding it down. But it sure would be nice to have my daddy around.
All I need is one mic. I know you can see I'm not a rapper, but there's some dudes that are just like me. Every time you took a picture with you and your family, it was only 2 people. And it was supposed to be 3. It was supposed to be me asking,
Why the sky blue? When I grow up, I wanna be like you.
yo daddy, can you teach me how to
Tie my shoes. Can I go with you to work so I can see what you do?
let me see what you do so I can love my kid too? But you didn't stick around. Was that too much to ask of you? Too much to get a blueprint, too much to show the way. That's the reason why this building is not finished still today. Still we wanna believe that
My dad is coming back, he didn't forget about me.
like a child after school, we sit and we wait.
I know that you gon' come.
That was 78.
Takes a whole nation.
Takes a whole nation.
Let me raise this generation. Look out this evening. Look out at the window, tell me what do you see? If it's a world without a father, no one looking at me.
Come on.
It takes a whole nation. To help me raise this generation. My respect to the mothers that be holding it down. But it sure would be nice
Check
to
this
have
out.
my daddy around.
They say raising kids is the parents' responsibility, but it's a million of y'all and only one of me. What happened to the village? As far as I can see, it's been burned down by this modern day slavery.
For 11 years I've been living here. I've seen mama cry more than 11 tears. Watching mama feed daddy while he slips away. That's Jesus to the here kids when they pray.
Mama working 2 jobs, she can't do it alone. She shouldn't have to. She didn't get knocked up on her own. And I know that baby mama's drama brothers is real. But before you close the door, don't forget how it feels. Remember,
Daddy missed my game and I made a touchdown. I won the talent show, but you weren't around. If a girl breaks my heart, what I do with the pain?
and one more thing, daddy.
Can you tell me my name? I need my daddy.
Oh, y'all feel this? It's a million of us.
Oh.
Young Donovan. To be continued. Let's go. If you taking care of your kids, you cool. But if you ain't seen your kids since Christmas,
CB.
You did it again.
Tech support. Tito. You rock.
That's how
Barz.
Alert. Clear wrong channel.
It's G Nation representing G-O-D, man.
This is an exclusive. How you like that?
Every woman is a diamond. See, all day long she endureth the mad pressure life applies to her most precious and priceless existence. My brothers, no longer can we be in denial of the power of a woman. But deep within the heart and soul of every woman, the true definition of a lady is found. You check it out. This lyrical masterpiece is dedicated from the heart to my female counterparts, the rib ordained by God, the weaker vessel physically but mentally the strongest, spiritually the strongest, the ones who tolerate the longest. This here song is for the ones who hold on, even though a lot of knuckleheads be doing wrong. You be right there for us when the paddy wagon haul us, bell in hand, rain pouring 4 in the morning. You understand the struggle of the poorest, urban entrepreneurs, politicking on the corners, y'all sturdy up in office. Whether doing the housewife thing or working at the office, you still a queen, know what I mean? Like a small thing for you too. Do all that you do. Nothing in this world is more beautiful than you. The proof is in the pudding, no doubt. And the pudding is sweet, cause every woman on the earth is unique. Every woman on the earth is unique. This is for the ladies, for the ladies. Every sister, daughter, every mother of a baby. This is for the ladies, for the ladies. Every grandmother, granddaughter, aunt, niece, every lady, the ladies. This is for the ladies. For all that you do, I love you, ladies. For you, I pull out a chair, even open the door, and so much more. Cause every female is the bomb. Every female is the bomb. For too long, women been attacked mentally, verbally, physically abused and used. You gentle, so you bruise, essential, you choose the correct men. Women that respect them, not like you jokers who be trying to pimp them. You hit them and hurt them. Over time, you hurt them. You make them cry like Georgie Wood and Pie. It's good that I was taught that women are the bone that make the back strong of every man. Word is born. Been a long time coming, no diggity. Mama working around the house, humming, praying for me. That's why I be conscious of all the illness. Time to kill this. Every female feel this while I build this. Women deserve to be served like queens. Women deserve to be loved indeed. Yo, what we need to do is give women their props, and this is true. Ladies, this one's for you. This is for the ladies, for the ladies. Every sister, daughter, every mother of a baby. This is for the ladies, for the ladies. Every grandmother, granddaughter, aunt, niece, every lady, the ladies. This is for the ladies. For all that you do, I love you, ladies. For you, I pull out a chair, even open the door. There's so much more, cause every female is the bomb. Every female is the bomb. Yo, check it. Now, to my young sisters growing up in the hood, to succeed in life, you don't have to give up the goods. Life is full of strife, this I know, case in point. Just because your body banging and your face the joint, don't give you the right to kiss a man. Turn around, commit adultery, and diss that man. I know the truth hurts, but his word will make you free. Women are treated the worst in society, but if you believe in God, easy converts hard. Crack the Christ, prostitutes to women who praise God. Believe in Jesus with all your heart and mind, cause Jesus cares and he hears you when you cry. No lie in the middle of the night when you're feeling lonely. Meditate on the one who is holy, and you will see just how much he cares. Call on Jesus, he'll be right there. This is for the ladies, for the ladies. Every sister, daughter, every mother of a baby. This is for the ladies, for the ladies. Every grandmother, granddaughter, aunt, niece, every lady, the ladies. This is for the ladies. For all that you do, I love you, ladies. For you, I pull out
Yo, what's up? This is G Nation. Finna hit you up with a scripture right quick. Ephesians 4:29. Let no filthy talk be heard from your mouth, but only what is good for building up people and meeting the needs of the moment, the way you will administer grace to those who hear you. Now tell them where they can hit us up at, Tech.
Man, you can like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, or subscribe to us on YouTube at G Nation Radio, or email us at gnation7@outlook.com.
Cool. I guess we're about to get back in the discussion of substance abuse real quick, and then we're going to go into a ratchet moment. So let's say what we want to get on the table about as far as the substance, because we know that that's been a big thing. When you had that stronghold over the parents' life, and they're not able to fully focus on raising a family, children, and being an example. That type of stronghold really paralyzes what you can do in your real family. Barz, Tech, T.O., let's interject.
I know for me personally, I was sort of a victim of the substance abuse. I remember early in my life thinking to myself, I would see my father come in, I would see him leave, but I never knew why. I thought it was normal. But once I found out why and what it was that had a hold of him and was making him act like that, I was angry at first because I was like, how you gonna leave your family for this? Mm-hmm. That was more important than your family. But once I grew in Christ, I understood that this is just another tool of the devil to destroy the family. Mm-hmm. And it wasn't so much that my father was just a bad guy.
Yeah.
It just had such a hold on him, he didn't know how to do anything else. So the substance abuse is a real thing. Very much so.
And following on behind you on that, and I know with my situation as well, my parents, they didn't just say, I don't want to raise this child. Yeah. They had issues they had to deal with. And it might have been the best they did leave, and they did get a divorce, and they did break up. Because just think of I would have had to grow up in a house where there was going through that in front of me. So God kind of shielded me from it. So you have to look at it from a different perspective. When you look at it, you're like, wow. Why my parents are here? But it might be a blessing in disguise. I didn't want to raise my parents. They had to go through their issues and their struggles. But as we move forward, it's time to get into a ratchet moment right now. We're gonna talk about this guy by the name of George Zimmerman. Okay, and we're gonna talk about him not because first off, fill him in the story of what just transpired to him. Then I'm gonna get back with him.
Well, y'all all know who George Zimmerman is. He was acquitted for killing Trayvon Martin. Then after that, he punched his ex-wife's dad. And then recently, the story is that his pregnant girlfriend, he pulled a gun out on his pregnant girlfriend and trashed her place. But now the story is that the girl wasn't pregnant. So was the rest of the story true? Or is Zimmerman telling the truth, or is he lying?
Yeah. So now that we get all the information, we see that all of the situation we see have been violent. We see him, and look, I'm the last case, we don't know if it's true or not, might be lying, might be pressed, but stay out of the news feed, stay off my Facebook page, stay off my CNN. Listen, do like OJ. Oh no, better yet, don't do like OJ. OJ did good for a little while. Oh, but it always comes back to get you, baby. It always comes back. How do y'all feel about this? How do you feel about staying out after you done had such a big celebrity case trial? Stay out of the headlines.
When your main defense was that you was a calm man and you wasn't violent, that means you might want to stay away from those. You can't go punching people, pulling guns out on people. Your main defense for getting acquitted was you were not a violent person.
And obviously the punching the ex-wife father in the face was true because they weren't denying that. So obviously this man is a violent man.
And my thing is, you didn't want to divorce the man after he done allegedly killed the poor little black kid who they ran through the mud. But when he punched your daddy, oh my God, he punched my daddy. So now all of a sudden you divorce him, and then you see now he got a girlfriend that fast. Apparently, we're gonna check and see. I'm just saying.
Yeah, how long?
He bounced back kind of quick.
I mean, she said he was trying to leave, so she said, I'm pregnant. So he stayed. This is his story. Oh, I'm pregnant. Well, I guess I need to stay with her. But now, saying she's not pregnant. So.
Okay.
And that time frame thing.
But boy, let me tell you about this one too. Now we got Chris Brown. He's been in the headlines as well. Now we already know what he done to Po Riri. Well, we say Po Riri, but we don't know. Yeah. We know what he done there. And then we see him have Frank Ocean encounters and Drizzy Drake encounters. Yeah. And now he done threw what? What did he do? Tech, what did he do again?
Since we talk about real family, this man threw a brick through his mama's car.
His mama, he threw a brick through his mama's car. Oh my goodness. And his mama defended him, saying, "Oh look, his bad influence come from his friends."
That's what's wrong with him. That's what's wrong with him. People making excuses for him. It's like you grown man, man.
You a grown man.
Yeah, man up.
Man, let's
he
say
got
that.
kicked out of anger management for this too.
How you get kicked out of anger management?
Wow, you really got issues if
Man, but now, as we get off on that, we're going to get back on track, and we're going to talk about this song coming up, Behind the Bars. Y'all ready for it? Was it worth it? Behind the Bars. Let's go.
Shout to Derek Minor. Crystal, what's up?
Cannon.
C2. On birthdays and Christmas, I used to have you on my wish list. Held my son the first time, looked him in his eye and thought to myself, what kind of fool would ever miss this? I ain't asked for you to sleep with mom and make me. Plus I'm your blood, why would you leave? What was so important? They told you smash bras, roll up the weed. I guess that buzz got you high enough to float over me. I hope that every dollar that you made, every girl that you slayed, when you close your eyes at night, I hope you say it's all worth it. Every graduation, birthday, game that you miss, I hope what you got instead make you feel it's all worth it. Being a father's expensive and the cost you may ignore it. Just know me and your grandson is paying for it. Can't ask myself what would dad do in hard times, 'cause that means he'll be writing one of these rhymes.
All these lies that you told, all this pain that you own, years all alone, nights away from home. Tell me, I hope it was worth it. Was it worth it? Tell me, was it worth it? Yeah. Tell me, was it really worth it? Yeah.
Listen. A lot of rap dudes never had a daddy. That's why we want approval from Nas like he family. But it ain't just Jermaine, it's Dre to the game, to the Birdman, saying that he's the father of Wayne, man. What happened to us, better yet what didn't happen. No happy family, cause daddy left me deep in this valley of the shadow of death. I'm feeling the breath of a predator on my neck. Ate me alive while daddy was getting high, trying to chase after something that I'm certain he'll never find. When the whole time he could've had my young mind. Somewhere along the line, I guess he spent up all his time. Sent me this birthday card out the blind when I was 9. Inherited a bunch of pain and some empty memories. Wishing that he picked me up from elementary. I wish he could've seen me on my graduation. Taught me to raise a son and tell me congratulations. Man, what's it worth?
All these lies that you told, all this pain that you own, years all alone, nights away from home. Tell me, I hope it was worth it. Was it worth it? Tell me, was it worth it? Yeah. Tell me, was it really worth it? Yeah. All these hearts that you broke, all these lies that you told, all this pain that you own, years all alone, nights away from home. Tell me, I hope it was worth it. Was it worth it? Tell me, was it worth it? Yeah. Tell me, was it really worth it? Yeah.
That's back. Can't nobody break down a beat like Barz.
Give me a beat.
Hey! What's up, yeah?
Ain't no games being played here. I said break it down, man. Okay! Let's get behind the bars.
This is your boy Barz with another Behind the Bars segment of the week. About to get into that Was It Worth It by Lecrae off the Church Clothes 2 mixtape. Let's get into this featuring Derek Minor. And if you grew up without a father, this is a song that would definitely hit home. Derek Minor starts out his first verse with, "On birthdays and Christmas, I used to have you on my wish list. Held my son the first time, looked at me in his eye, and thought to myself, what kind of fool would ever miss this?" And I remember when I had my first child, that was one of the first things I thought. to myself, why would you not want to be a part of that? I mean, it's a beautiful thing. I ain't asked for you to sleep with mom and make me, plus I'm your blood. What would make you leave? What was so important? They told you smash bras and roll up the weed. And this one really hit home right here. I guess that buzz got you high enough to float over me. I hope that every dollar that you made, every girl that you slayed, when you close your eyes at night, I hope you say it's all worth it. Every graduation, birthday, game that you missed, I hope what you got instead make you feel it's all worth it. Being a father's expensive, and the cost you may ignore. Just know me and your grandson is paying for it. Can't ask myself what would dad do at hard times, cause that means he'll be writing one of these rhymes. Whew. That's some powerful words right there. And I'm gonna go into Lecrae's second verse. Lecrae picks up this second verse where he says, and this is something else that stuck out to me. He said, trying to chase something that I'm certain he'll never find, when the whole time he could have had my young mind. So if you're a young man out there and you got a baby on the way, I want you to think about how precious that relationship can be, instead of chasing all this other stuff out here in the world, because I promise you it's not going to benefit you anything. I promise you you'll get more from that relationship with that child than you could anything else. So if you out here and you struggling with that, or your father ain't here, this is definitely a good song to listen to. This is another Behind the Bar segment of the week. I'm out.
Barz, say no more. I mean, wow. I mean, I know we got a little time left. How y'all feel about that song, man? I know that's a touchy subject.
Yeah, for real.
Anything?
I know the first time I listened to it, I didn't want to listen to it again. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because it felt too real for me. And a lot of the words that he put in that song were things I said myself. Like, I felt like I could have wrote that song. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And that's what makes that song such a good song, because you can relate to it. Or you know people that can relate to it.
Yes.
Or just to any point.
Yeah, like especially that part you're talking about, you holding his child for the first time. I'm like, man, can you just imagine how it is when you gonna hold your first child?
Mhm.
You and you know the baby just looking eye to eye like, wow, this is a beautiful thing right here. And how you gonna miss out on that?
Yeah. I remember when I had my daughter, when I had Chrissy, I went to a little area where you can look at them through the window. And this older man walked up to me and he saw me just staring at her and he was like, go ahead and puff your chest out. and those moments like that, man, you can't put no price tag on a moment like that. Can't replace them.
Duplicate them. I say kids now take this holiday season for granted. They all, I want this, I want a PlayStation this and about Xbox One. I said, well, you gotta be thankful what you got, because like I ain't getting no Christmas cards, I ain't getting no gifts, I ain't get a phone call. So it's like you gotta really appreciate what you have, because some people, what you get and you call that normal. Like you tell me, oh man, my dad got me this, we went out here and did that, we went out and played snow in the snow. Like, wow, I never experienced that. What? I ain't get no phone call. And like the graduation, my dad didn't come to my graduation. Like it's just the point, you take it for granted. So this is really a song that if you have your father in life, you appreciate him. If you don't have your father in life, you can use this as motivation to, if you have kids, to be that father figure or a real family. Or if you don't have kids, and when you do have them, you know what you don't want to be to your kids. So man, anybody got anything before we wrap up? Any conclusion type of more remarks?
Just to add to that, even if you don't have kids, I mean, you could be a father in somebody's life.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, very much.
That's worth it. All right, man. We're about to sign it off, man. Go ahead and kick it around the room, man. Tell them what's up.
Keep Christ first, your boss.
Eat more chicken. Tech support.
Oh gosh, this tech support just ruined everything. This T.O. signing out.
That's right. All right, CB, aka him over there. Tell the world we out of here. G Nation, let's go.
Oh no, no, no. My lady, my lady. Love it when you smile at me. First thing in the morning. The look in your light brown eyes, you got me jonesing. Ooh, baby, let's get lost in each other right now. Nice and slowly.
Yeah. She got her hair down. She know I love it when she rock that twist out with them girls. She know I'm loving it. Down the ride and she don't compare me to other.
It's G Nation representing G-O-D. Man.
This is an exclusive. How you like that?
Nation.
Hey.